Hello everyone. In this video we are going to see how to execute manual reconciliation in BMC Helix. Before jumping into the actual demonstration, we will first understand what is reconciliation and why it is essential. So the object reconciliation refers to the process of comparing and synchronizing objects across different versions of BMC Helix. Object reconciliation is essential for ensuring the consistency and improving operational efficiency. So on this note, we will now jump into the demonstration, and for that we have to log in into the mid-tier. So during the upgrade process, there will be two reports will be get created, and that we can fetch it with the help of mid-tier form. There is one upgrade tracker form. So I have logged in into the mid-tier, and from here we can find out this AR system upgrade tracker form. I am now opening it. So there will be a number of records. So here onto the component name, you can segregate or maybe provide a keyword as recon and search. You will get these two records here. So one is the old def auto recon and another one is the combined report. So this old def auto recon file gets generated during the upgrade, and it will having all the overlay objects and their def files. So this report contains all the def files in it, and here there is a auto recon combined report. So in this upgrade pipeline once finished, then there is auto reconciliation gets involved, and once it is completed, it have one report like one CSV file for each and every object, which will showcase us which objects will be needing a manual reconciliation. So what we have to do next, we have to download both this file. We have to just simply save this. I have already saved this in my environment. So once we download it, it will be showcased like this. So we have to just simply go here, right click, and we have to rename it with .zip. Once we rename that as .zip, we have to extract these files. Right click, extract all. We have to do it for both the files. Once this got extracted, you will find out into the combined report, there is a folders of each and every object, and under each object there is one CSV file. So let's open and we'll see what actually this CSV file contains. So the CSV file contains the records of objects which will need the manual reconciliation. So we'll just take example of, let's suppose, this filter, okay, where this was the out of box, but into the previous version customer have made it overlay and have made some qualification changes, as we can see. So into the previous version, into the base file, this was the actual qualification. Okay, now once the customer is upgraded into the new version, this is the current qualification into the base, and this is what there into the customer's overlay. So we have to now check what is there into the overlay and what is there into the new base, and we have to compare this both files and run if qualifications for both this for this filter. And once we do so, we have to then decide whether we have to append this particular out of box qualification to the overlay one. So now there is another way to run this report or the reconciliation from the developer studio. That is nothing but the three-way reconciliation. But for that, there is one prerequisite. What is that? I'll tell you. Once we have the old def files, this folder, we have to merge all these def files into the single folder. What we can simply do, we can create one new folder here, Okay, and once we do that, we have to just simply open each and every folder. We have to copy all these dev files and we have to paste it into the newly created folder, and that folder we have to give while the reconciliation needs to be executed into the developer studio. How to execute that? I have logged into the developer studio. What we have to simply do, we have to right click onto the server or the host name. We have to click onto the reconcile application. We have to select this option as run auto reconciliation and generate a report. Then we have to select as directory and we have to give the path. For now, let's suppose I have given or maybe merged this all those dev files into my manual reconciliation folder here. So I'll give the path of that folder here. I'll simply select the folder. It's taking time. Okay, once we do that, we have to check these options like server upgraded and reconcile display properties. Once we do that, we have to give the report file. We have to give the report file where to store. So we can give the same path. We have to browse, and if you want, you can give the another folder, or else you can give the path of the same folder so that that report will be appended into the same folder itself. Right now, once we do that, we have to click on to the finish. As I have already run the reconciliation, this will not allow me to select the report path. So once we do that, based on your how many objects needs to be get reconciled, based on that it will take time to complete the reconciliation. Ideally around 6 to 7 hours it will take, but you can monitor it. So once the reconciliation is completed, under this recon application you will find out the object to reconcile. So what we have to simply do, we have to double click on it and you will find out the object names and how many objects which will need the reconciliation, manual reconciliation. So let's suppose we will just take simple example of the filter, and you will see it will have the 4 objects or the 4 filters which needs the reconciliation, same as we have seen into the Excel file, the CSV file, where it was having the 4 filters only. So let me just showcase. We will check for which filter we were seeing, like RB message on notify on failure. We'll see if that filter is there. Notify on failure. Yeah, this is the one. So what we have to do now, we have to right click here and we have to click on to the reconcile. Now there will be 3 different views. One will be the old definition, new definition and the overlay. It is taking some time at my end. Okay, so once we do that, we have to just double click on it onto the run if qualification as it is changed here. Sometimes it will be like set field action might have been also changed, run if qualification have been also changed. So there will be 2 different options and we have to correct both this. We have to do it for each and every object. Right click, reconcile, and you have to see. For forms, I believe so there would not be a huge difference, but we have to sync at least the objects. Just enlarged it. So as I said, you will find out the run if qualification is different. So this was there onto the previous version's base qualification. This is there into the new version's base and this is the overlay. So what we can do, we can compare this. What simply we can do, we can copy it and we can open it into the notepad or maybe somewhere else also we can open it. Let me just copy it somewhere. Okay, so this is the new base qualification. And this is the overwritten one, like in overlay. So what we can simply do, we can find out this is the correct. Okay, we have to compare it, and what is extra there into the new version, that we have to append. So till notify failure, then action. Okay, this was there, and not subject, this was customer have seems the added. Then we have to copy the qualification from here, and we have to append it into the overlay one. So what we can simply do, we can copy it and we can paste it at the end. Or maybe what we can do, we can copy the whole section from the new base, we can paste it, and whatever the customers, which is only this portion, this was the customly added, we can append it afterwards. So we have to decide how we want to keep it. So this way we can change this running qualification, we can reconcile this application, and simply we have to just save it. Okay, this way we can complete the reconciliation for one object. Likewise, we have to complete it for the all objects, and once we do so, we have the check option here. So like this. So right now here are only 4 objects which needs to be reconciled. Imagine there are a number of objects, like 20-30 objects which needs the manual reconciliation. So in that case, to make sure that this object have been completed, we have the pre-check option here that we can complete. Okay, thanks for watching this video.